Hello, good evening. A very warm welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary, bringing to you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Today, we bring to you an interview with Dr. Purnima Devi Burman, wildlife enthusiast, wherein she discusses her campaign to protect the Hargila, the endangered greater adjutant stork. We will also talk about Butterfly Festival held at Namdapha National Park and Tiger Reserve in Changlang district in Arunachal Pradesh. But for now, let's go over to Nagaland, which after 60 years of statehood gets its first medical college in Kohima. Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia formally inaugurated the Nagaland Institute of Medical Sciences and Research NIMSR Kohima on October 14, 2023. More from our Kohima correspondent in this report.
Nagaland's dream of having its own medical college has come to a reality with Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia formally inaugurating the Nagaland Institute of Medical Sciences and Research located at Prebagi in Kohima in the presence of Nagaland Chief Minister Nupurio, host of ministers, MLAs, bureaucrats, civil societies and students on October 14, 2023. Addressing the inauguration program, Dr. Mandavia said the institution will add strength to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of creating a healthier and prosperous.
मुझे आज बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि नागालैंड को अपनी फर्स्ट मेडिकल कॉलेज मिल रही है. Not only for medical college, but it's also one type of research institute. एक केवल मेडिकल एजुकेशन का पर्पस को पूरा नहीं करता है, लेकिन जब मेडिकल रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट यहाँ काम कर रही है सारा नागालैंड की जनता के लिए, यहाँ के रेयर डिसीज के लिए रिसर्च करेगा, उसका सोल्यूशन लाएगा, नागालैंड के हेल्थ को एड्रेस करेंगे, हेल्थ इश्यू को एड्रेस करेंगे और हमारे नागालैंड के यूथ को अपने ही स्टेट में मेडिकल एजुकेशन की अपॉर्चुनिटी दे रहा है. उसका उपयोग मल्टीपर्पज है और मोदी जी ने कहा है कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट का डेवलपमेंट भारत के विकास के लिए जरूरी है. इंडिया के डेवलपमेंट में नॉर्थ ईस्ट अपना बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन कर सकता है.
Nagaland Chief Minister Nupurio termed it a historic day for the people of the state.
Today is indeed a historic day for the people of Nagaland. This medical college is a long-felt dream because we have severe shortage of doctors and shortcoming in the delivery of secondary and tertiary level healthcare.
National Medical Council has allowed Nagaland Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, state's first medical college, to take 100 students for the first academic session 2023 to 2024. The first batch of 100 MBBS students consists of 85 seats from the state of Nagaland and 15 seats filled from All India quota. Classes for the first batch of the academic session commence on September 1, 2023. For Northeast Diary, this is Asonyo from Akashvani News, Kohima.
The 6th edition of Namdapha Butterfly Festival held at Namdapha National Park and Tiger Reserve in Changlang district in Arunachal Pradesh concluded on Sunday, 15th October 2023. Enthusiasts from 16 different states participated in the event. Our report.
The 6th edition of the Namdapha Butterfly Festival, a biodiversity meet, was organized successfully at Namdapha National Park and Tiger Reserve in Changlang district in Arunachal Pradesh. The 3-day Butterfly Festival, which concluded on Sunday, was jointly organized by Namdapha National Park and Tiger Reserve, Society for Education and Environmental Development, which is an NGO, State Tourism Department and Changlang District Administration. According to the organizers, over 200 butterfly species were recorded during the festival. As many as 130 participants from 16 states, including professional photographers, environmentalists, biologists, naturalists, wildlife experts and students actively participated in it. Tage Mali, RFO Mia Wildlife, says that the festival aims at not only creating awareness about the role of butterflies in the ecosystem, but also the conservation of flora and fauna at large.
नामदफा बटरफ्लाई मीट जो है अभी 6th एडिशन चल रहा है सिंस 2018 से इन कोलैबोरेशन विद सीड एनजीओ विद नामदफा अथॉरिटी. Butterfly is the agent through which we like to make an awareness the importance of the ecology and environment. The butterfly is the key indicator जो सबसे आपका climate change को जो indicate करता है. सबसे first indicator is very sensitive. First the butterfly, then the birds. हम लोग कोशिश कर रहा है जितना से ज़्यादा यंगस्टर को अवेयर कराने का the importance of environment and धीरे धीरे और हमारा यहाँ का जो नामदफा का जो बायोडाइवर्सिटी है उनका स्पीसीज यहाँ में कितना और है उसका चेकलिस्ट बढ़ते जा रहा है. कुछ साल पहले 300 था, अभी का दिन में इतना तक हमारा मोर देन 500 स्पीसीज बटरफ्लाई आ गया है. तो ये सब हमारा फ़ायदा रहा और इसका चलते हमारा और पॉपुलरिटी नामदफा का बढ़ रहा है. दैट वे टूरिज्म ऑल्सो आर इंक्रीजिंग और उसके चलते लोकल इकोनॉमी भी बढ़ेगा.
Butterflies are indicators of a healthy environment and healthy ecosystem. They indicate a wide range of other invertebrates, which comprises over 2/3 of all species. These collectively provide a large range of environmental benefits, including pollination and natural pest control. For Northeast Diary, this is Rakesh Tole, Akashvani News, Itanagar.
A two-day Sikkim Youth Convention 2023 successfully organized by Voice NGO with the theme Revolutionizing Young Minds at Manan Kendra Gangtok. Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang attended the youth convention as the chief guest. More from our Gangtok correspondent in this report.
A two-day convention was held at Manan Kendra, where over 900 students from government and private colleges in Sikkim were part of. The Sikkim Youth Convention aimed at inspiring youths to pursue ambitious goals and engage in creative activities. The event was attended by several dignitaries, including ministers, Member of Parliament, MLAs, the Chief Economic Advisor, and other government officials. The convention featured a keynote speaker, Dr. Vikas, a prominent figure, former IAS officer, and founder and director of Dishti IAS coaching. He emphasized on the importance of a balanced approach in UPSC exam preparation, encouraging candidates to allocate their day to study, sleep, and recreation. He highlighted the significance of understanding society and its dynamic for the selection process. Dr. Mahendra P. Lama, Sikkim's Chief Economic Advisor and a senior professor, stressed on the importance of increasing the number of IAS and IPS officers and the role of education in shaping individuals and the country's status. Other speakers, including Dr. Yodita Bhutia and Dr. Ashish Sharma, encouraged meaningful discussions, innovations, and student research. A panel discussion was led by Dr. Satish Wasaili, Tenzing Lodin Lepcha IPS, Dr. Ganesham Sharma, and Dr. Sumina Rai. The convention was supported by the state government with Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang, who is also the patron of the event. The convention's official mascot was Sikkim State's butterfly, Blue Duke, named Luna, in tribute to ISRO scientists for their successful Chandrayaan-3 mission. Tokens of appreciation were distributed to the speakers, and the vote of thanks was delivered by Manoj Rai, chairman of Sikkim Youth Convention 2023. With Usha Sharma, this is Tashyong Mubutia for Akashvani News from Gangtok.
A young entrepreneur from West Khasi Hills, Shidalin Marbanyang, is manufacturing sanitary pads as part of her efforts to create awareness on menstrual health. Our Shillong correspondent brings this report.
Shidalin, who is a resident of Nongkina Monshinrad block, is manufacturing the sanitary pads using the incubation center at the Livelihood Business Incubator, Nongstoin, run by the Basin Development Unit, West Khasi Hills. The young entrepreneur also initiates local awareness campaigns on menstrual health to encourage the local village women to move away from the age-old tradition of using cloth to sanitary pads. As per a study, many rural women lack access to sanitary napkins due to factors like financial constraints, lack of awareness, and lack of product availability. According to the National Family Health Survey, about 50% women in India use cloth during menstruation, which is not classified as hygienic protection. These unhygienic practices and ignorance can lead to multiple health-related issues. Almost 20 million girls drop out of school every year due to lack of hygiene, separate toilets, and non-availability of sanitary napkins. However, in the last few years, a lot of progressive changes have taken place in India. Policymakers have started focusing on menstruation-related issues. The improvement is praiseworthy. Training programs, awareness-building programs, campaigns, free distribution of sanitary napkins have taken place both in urban and rural India. In rural areas, women aged 15 to 24 years who used hygienic methods of protection, locally prepared napkins or sanitary napkins increased by 24.1% from 48.2% in 2015 and 16 to 72.3% in 2019 to 21. Meanwhile, Shidalin has undergone training on sanitary pad making at the LBI and is planning to set up her own production unit at her village. As part of providing incubation services, the LBI is giving her the opportunity to have first-hand experience on running the enterprises before she fully ventures on her own. The pads are priced at ₹6 each. The pads will be beneficial for women and young girls of the district as they can avail them at a very low price. The sterilized sanitary pads will help to protect women from many diseases. At present, she has 9 women members working and producing 1,800 pads per day. The pads are eco-friendly and 100% handmade. She is currently marketing her products in the villages of Rangdo, Nongsoin, Mairang and Mokirwad and hopes to expand slowly to reach other villages in the state. It may be mentioned that the district BDU organized a training for her through the Livelihood Business Incubator Nongstoin run by the Basin Development Unit, West Khasi Hills District. After completion of the training, Shidalin set up her enterprise at the Livelihood Business Incubator at Nongstoin with support from the BDU through the Livelihood Business Incubator. Shidalin was provided with the channels for procurement of the raw materials and with the machines for manufacturing at the incubation center.
My journey as an entrepreneur is that since I've been a teacher for 11 years, I've seen how the girl struggles and I've been from the village level. That's why I believe that women empowerment begins with her help. With this idea and concept and the training that I got from the government, so I started after 1 year after I got the training. So because from teacher's background, I couldn't afford the financial part. When I saw the opportunity that from the district level they are giving the incubation center there in Nongstoin, so I take that privilege in order to make my business come true. I will begin with 2 members and after that I would like to grow up my business. So I've been applying Mudra Bank loan. I've been with the PMGP and also I've been with the District Innovation Fund. 9 of us we were as contestant and I'm one among them who is successful. So I'm really grateful towards the district based on this. And also from Prime Team for giving me another privilege for Kick Startup Grant. So all this support that is being given by the government to me, it helps me in order to grow my business. And I also see the vision that growing up my business not only for the people at the village level, I would like also to enlarge my products to the whole of Meghalaya and I would like also to extend outside Meghalaya.
The effort of this young entrepreneur will help to educate many rural women on the importance of menstrual health. The campaign which she has initiated will open up discussions surrounding menstrual hygiene, women's health, and the problems faced by young girls in the rural villages for not having access to menstruation products. This is Priyam Chatterjee for Northeast Diary from Akashvani News, Shillong.
Northeast Diary, bringing you enchanting stories from the northeastern part of India. This program is broadcast every Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on FM Gold and on our app News on AIR. We look forward to you walking this journey with us every week.
personality of the week is Dr. Purnima Devi Burman, wildlife enthusiast and founder of Hargila Army. She is also the winner of Nari Shakti Puraskar and Green Oscar, among others. She is interviewed by Manas Pratim Sharma.
Good evening, listeners. In this episode of Northeast, we are joined by none other than our very own, known as Hargila Baido, the founder of Hargila Army and recipient of multiple awards including Green Oscar, United Nations Champion of the Earth and Government of India's Nari Shakti. Purnima Devi Burman. Dr. Burman, welcome to this episode of Northeast Diary. As we all know, you are relentlessly working in Kamrup district, not only in Kamrup district, but your basically the work started at Kamrup district, and you are protecting Hargila, or what is known as Greater Adjutant Stroke. So, would you please tell us what led you to work for this conservation of this species?
At first, thank you so much for inviting me. It's an honor again to connect with all the people and to share our experience, and this way I can learn a lot. So yes, again regarding Greater Adjutant Stork conservation efforts that we are working since last many years that you have mentioned. So your question, I think, what triggered me? Yeah, I'm fascinated by nature since my childhood, but everything happened when I was a mother of twin girls. So they were 2.5 years old. Why I'm mentioning this, I'll come later. So they were 2.5 years old, and at that time I was also studying, preparing my synopsis, studying a lot basically because I was all the time busy with my daughters. And then one day what I had experienced, I got a call from a villager from Dodora village in Kamrup, and I got a call and I rushed there and I saw a man cutting down a huge nesting tree. It was a kadam tree, and this was the first experience that I saw a huge tree being cut down. It was very huge, and all the baby birds fell down. All the baby birds, they had white feather and very cute, and 4 birds, I think, to my what I recall, 4 birds were alive and other birds died. So when I saw those baby birds, actually whenever somebody asks me what triggered me, all those baby birds. At that time I was a mother of twin girls, they were babies, and when I saw these birds, and I didn't know what happened to me, and I started confronting with the person. I'll come to that again. I started confronting with the person why he did so, and then I think I was very wrong, because I'll come to that again. That person and his neighbors, they joined and they all started laughing at me, mocking at me, whistling, and they all started teasing me, and they started telling that this bird is a bad omen, disease carrier. And this hit me like anything. Like I found that my motherhood instinct when I saw like my babies, how they can be bad omen, bad luck, how they can be. And this was, I couldn't accept it all, and something happened wrong with me, and all the people, they started mocking me a lot. And then I think from that incident I learned lots of things that I want to highlight, 3-4 points maybe. First, I realized that I was very selfish. I was thinking about only my PhD. I was not introduced with the real world, what's happening. If I couldn't save this species and if I couldn't save the trees, what would happen? What is the purpose of my life if I couldn't even motivate? Second thing is that how they can be bad omen, how people can have that perception towards a species. If they tell this to me, to my daughter, so how I will feel, how any part of that this bird should be in the hearts and minds of people, and then only we could incorporate, we could be able to achieve our goal. And more than that, what I realized that, as I told, that I was confronting with the person, I realized that before changing others, I have to change myself. I have to be a person. I have to be a community person. I have to be like them. I have to transform myself. Our own tree, we should collaborate, we should discuss, and we should create awareness together. That is the collaboration, I realize. So those things I wanted to highlight.
Now, as you said on collaboration, as you all know here that you have set up this a huge task force. Mostly initially it was for the local women, but later men also joined here, and this is known as generally is Hargila Army, right? So now, after starting the movement of mass, now people are emphasizing on the environment conservation, nature conservation, and environment education, that we should know how to protect all these things. What changes you have noticed?
So with Hargila, I'm working for 15 years. Otherwise, since I was a student, I was volunteering for
you studied in Guwahati University.
Yeah. So in my last entire 20 years of journey, I would like to come to Hargila. Yeah. So it's a huge change actually when you are working consistently. So that is the first thing, consistently. Then the second thing, I want to highlight today much on collaboration. Everyone, our youth, policymakers. So collaboration and community. If we work with communities with collaboration, and if they are the stakeholders, if they feel that they are the stakeholders, if they have that ownership, so these are the key things that really changes the scenario. So our story is like how communities can change. If they want, they can change the perception, they can change the fate of a species from bad omen to a cultural icon. So Hargila is now a part of life, part of the celebration, part of the ritual culture, part of our fashion, like our mekhela sadar, our dress, Assamese mekhela sadar, our Assamese textiles, Assamese gamosa, and our Nam Kirtan, folk songs. So it's a day-to-day life. You can't even imagine. It's a day-to-day life, and this is the coexistence. Our communities consider our Hargila birds as I would like to come in on last May. Our all women celebrated a grand Hargila wedding because it was the end of the breeding season and Hargila birds were leaving and our women were celebrating a grand wedding. And someone asking me, what is the science behind this that you are talking about? I was in a presentation I was delivering. I told that, can't you see the science? That is the coexistence. And when there is coexistence, then only, we are here. We can save our wave of life. Right. We can save our species.
Right. And since you are concerned in conservation of the natures and how those people are concerned, what is the difference you have found in way of working in both the areas?
Lots of difference, but our goal is common. We have, whenever I meet all the conservationists, we all share same passion. But first difference that I want to mention, that I am so proud, so blessed to be a part of biodiversity hotspot. Being from Assam, we are so green. Whenever I go, so I carry that green with me, I think, and I celebrate that green, and I'm so proud. So I think that is the first difference. And when you are a part of this green, and I think your voice is more powerful than anyone, right? So you have that experience. And for example, we are working for Hargila, so we are working with communities. So that experience, I think, the relentless experience is so powerful. And then yes, lots of differences, everyone struggling, and people are very conscious about segregation, about waste management, that they take it very carefully. And those things, I really always feel that we also need to have that basic education. We have to impart that for our toddlers, so that they practice it in their lives. So I always realized,
how do you want to pass on the baton to the new generation, while not only in conservation in terms of greater adjacent stroke or Hargila, perennial nature conservation, wildlife conservation, how do you want to pass on the baton to the new generation? Our new generation is really ready to take the responsibility.
When you ask me another question, the difference is whenever I am visiting many places in the world, so I found that not only in India, everywhere our new generation, they are much more aware, but many people are very frustrated also. I was in some colleges recently, last week in Delhi University. They want to do something, but they feel that they are guideless. So I always ask them to listen to themselves. What is their strength? For example, I met a guy, then I met a guy, he is from Guwahati and he is studying in Delhi University, and he keeps educating people about waste segregation. I told them that you know your part already. You have discovered your area of interest. So why don't you focus on that and enhance that, and taking this as an opportunity, you can broaden your chapters, your wings, your dreams. So I like to urge our new generation to be very creative, to be very innovative, and to be very optimistic.
Heard an interview with Dr. Purnima Devi Burman, The interviewer was Manas Pratim Sharma. And now it's time for the music. So we take the musical break by listening to this Rongmei love song, Jianmei Nanghei, sung by Daniel Gonmei and Gina Pamai. So with that, we come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Until then, goodbye.
Sang kapuri Hida khang makhe jin mai nang khâu hay nang ham na bai mai ka gi magi Hida khang makhe jin mai nang khâu hay apan ti khang nang na di the jian mai pui nang hay akhang tung ling mai lan kiu the jian mai pui nang hay akhang tung ling mai lan kiu the akum na sang riu kan tung so nam đầu mai ra pui ni đam suy ha lâu ding nam lâu mai ra pui ni đam suy ha lâu ding.
This program was presented and produced by Vinita Thakur with assistance from Kumar Gaurav. It was brought to you by the News Services Division of Akashvani.